It was never my friend's house. I didn't call the police again. I know how that sounds, but what was I supposed to say? My missing friend's sick brother followed me home and whispers through my walls? They already searched the house once. They found nothing. No blood, no medical equipment, no records that Toby ever existed. According to them, Ryan lived alone. According to them, Ryan had no brother. That was 3 days ago. I haven't slept since. The first night after I escaped, I stayed awake until sunrise, sitting on my bed with the lights on, my back against the wall. Every sound felt deliberate. The refrigerator hum, the pipes ticking, the wind against the windows. Breathing. That was the worst part, because I couldn't tell if it was mine anymore. At exactly 2:17 a.m., the same time as before, I heard it again. Slow, wet, right outside my bedroom door. I didn't move. I didn't even breathe. The handle didn't turn. Instead, something scratched lightly against the wood, like it was learning where I slept. Then a voice, too close to the door to be possible, whispered, "Ryan always watched the hallway." I vomited into my trash can and didn't stop shaking for an hour. By morning, I convinced myself I was unraveling. Trauma response, sleep deprivation, survivor's guilt. That's what my brain kept repeating. So I did what any rational person would do. I went looking for proof. Ryan's digital footprint was almost non-existent. No social media posts in years, no tagged photos, no recent emails. But his phone number was still active. I texted it. "Me. Where are you?" 3 dots appeared instantly, then vanished, then appeared again. Ryan. He reads everything. My blood ran cold. Me. Who is he? Several minutes passed. Ryan. Don't stay in one place. I grabbed my keys and left my apartment. I spent the next day moving between cafes, libraries, crowded places. The breathing didn't follow me outside, but the feeling did, like I was being remembered. At sunset, my phone buzzed again. Unknown number. Unknown. You weren't supposed to leave. I blocked it. Another number immediately texted. Unknown. Houses are easier. Another. Unknown. Walls listen better. I turned my phone off. That night, I stayed at a cheap motel on the edge of town. The clerk didn't look up when I checked in. Room 214. The hallway smelled like bleach and mold. I locked the door, checked under the bed, in the bathroom, the closet. Nothing. I sat on the bed and tried to breathe. Then I noticed the chair. One chair, placed directly across from the bathroom door, facing it. I don't remember it being there when I came in. I didn't sleep. At 2:17 a.m., the bathroom light turned on by itself. I sat frozen on the bed, staring at the thin line of light beneath the door. The breathing started, from inside the bathroom. Then the whisper. Not Toby's voice this time. Ryan's. "I'm tired." The bathroom door creaked open. I ran. I didn't stop running until dawn. The next morning, I went somewhere I should have gone first. The hospital. Ryan used to work maintenance there. He'd mentioned it once years ago. Said he got access to storage rooms, old records. I pretended to be a family member. People don't question grief when you look exhausted enough. After 3 hours of digging, I found it. A sealed file. Not under Toby's name, under the address. The house. The file was old, older than Ryan. It detailed a series of incidents going back 36 years. Caregivers, roommates, tenants, all reporting the same things. Breathing in empty rooms, voices mimicking loved ones, insomnia leading to voluntary stays, and disappearances. One note written by a doctor who retired decades ago was underlined 3 times. The structure exhibits parasitic behavior. Prolonged habitation results in attachment. The house wasn't haunted, it was hungry. Ryan never lived there first. No one did. The house finds someone who won't leave, someone responsible, someone who stays up at night, someone who watches hallways. Ryan didn't have a sick brother. The house gave him one. Something helpless, something that needed care, something that justified staying. The longer you stayed, the more it learned your voice, your memories, your shape. Toby wasn't Ryan's brother. Toby was the house's mouth. My phone turned itself back on. A single picture appeared, a picture of me, sleeping, taken from inside my apartment. Caption, "You watch well." I'm writing this from my car. I haven't gone home. I won't. But I know now why it followed me. I stayed the night. I slept in its chair. I listened. And that's how it chooses. It doesn't need walls anymore. Just someone who pays attention. If I stop moving, if I get tired, it will finish building. If I don't update again, don't look for the house. It will already be where you are. I tried to outrun it. That was my first mistake. The house doesn't chase you the way a person would. It doesn't need speed. It doesn't need direction. It waits. I drove for hours. No destination, just highways and exits and gas stations that all blurred together. I slept in my car in 20-minute intervals, waking every time my body started to relax. Every time I drifted off, I dreamed of hallways, endless hallways, doors on both sides, all slightly open, always facing forward, watching. The messages stopped. That was worse. Silence means it's done teaching. When something stops observing, it means it has already learned enough. On the third day, my car refused to start. The engine turned once, then nothing. I laughed, a dry, broken sound. "Of course," I said. I was parked outside a rest stop I didn't remember pulling into. The building was old, concrete, no lights inside. One bench outside, one chair inside, visible through the glass doors, facing the hallway. I didn't go in. I walked instead. I ended up at my childhood home. I didn't plan it, my feet just took me there. My parents moved out years ago. The house was empty, waiting to be sold. The front door was unlocked. I stood there for a long time, staring into the dark. I told myself this place was safe. It had memories. It had warmth. That's how it gets you. I went inside. The air was wrong. Too still. The furniture was gone, but the layout was the same. Hallway straight ahead, bedrooms on both sides, bathroom at the end. A chair sat in the center of the living room. I screamed. My phone buzzed immediately. "Ryan, you shouldn't have come somewhere it remembers you." I dropped to the floor. "Me, where are you?" The reply took a long time. "Ryan, I'm still watching." That's when I understood. Ryan didn't disappear. He didn't die. He stayed. The house didn't take him. It finished him. I heard footsteps upstairs, slow, dragging, learning the stairs. I backed toward the door, but the handle wouldn't turn. The whisper came from everywhere at once. Not Toby, not Ryan, my own voice. "You're good at this." The chair scraped across the floor, positioning itself. I realized then that the house never wanted bodies. It wanted sentinels. People who stay awake. People who notice. People who listen for breathing in the dark. People who warn others. That's why it let me leave. That's why it followed. It needed someone who could explain it. I'm sitting in the chair now. I don't remember choosing to. The hallway looks longer than it used to. There are more doors. Some of them are familiar. Some of them are yours. I can hear breathing behind every one. I understand the rules now. If I watch, nothing comes out.
If I stop paying attention, even for a second, it will start moving again. So I'll stay, I'll watch, I'll write. That's the deal. If you're reading this late at night and you suddenly feel like your hallway is longer than it should be, don't investigate, don't look, because once you notice, it notices back, and it's already deciding where to put the chair.